especially looking forward to this crazy set, right? Leary, Viper, they have delivered for what feels like 10 years in a row now. Finally, the Scorpion upgrades for faster shooting Scorpions.
Yeah, what is already an insanely powerful unit gets that much more powerful, but we don't even need that tech to end the game. The production buildings are going down. The Viper having a perfect concept of what he needs to target, and I think Leary knows it. We're going to a Game 7.
Oh my god.
So the villagers have to retreat for the time being. Viper trying his best. Okay, now the Mango goes down. The Viper knows it. He did put up a good fight, but he has to acquiesce to the pressure of Leary.
Hey guys, welcome. We are now at the semifinals, the semifinals just finished. So if you're watching this, you probably know the result. If not, spoiler alert. I lost 4-3 in the end against Leary. Before us played Yo and Hera won 4-1 in the end. So it will be a Hera-Leary final tomorrow, which I assume is going to be a banger. Hera entering that probably is the favorite, but Leary is playing pretty solid, so I think he has decent chances. Let's go through my set a little bit here. Game 1 was Pacific Islands. I had Japanese. When I drafted Japanese, I intended to use them on Citadel, but he banned them before I was able to pick them. So I ended up with a situation where I didn't really know where I wanted to use Japanese, so I ended up using them on Pacific Islands, which in the end is still completely fine because they're a good civ on Pacific Island, but I think my strategy was just off there. He was Saracens and he just played a perfect defense. There's walled everywhere, so I couldn't do anything with my sneaky archers, and then he just played galleys to control the game. So just super safe with galleys, and there wasn't really much I could do. He just controlled the game from there. So in hindsight, I gave him probably a very easy game there, so that was not a great strategy by me. Game 2 was Sunburn. I had Khmer against the Lithuanians. I think Khmer is a tricky pick there for the opponent because he doesn't know if I'm going fast castle or not, right? So there's the whole thing of, okay, I could go like 20 pop instant castle age, scorpions, whatnot. And his only way of countering that is probably fast castle. So that's what he was trying to do with Lithuanians. So I just went archers, fast village archers, and kind of controlled and made the game super messy for him. So that was something I had planned and prepared beforehand. And game 3 was Romans against Chinese on Bedouins. This was his first pick, so Romans I felt like was probably my only chance to deal with them because you have a better economy with Romans compared to other civs, and if it goes to Imperial Age, Romans have an unbeatable composition for Chinese. So that was the game plan. He opened fast village. I did full walls. So I was thinking, okay, if I hide my stable, maybe he's a bit greedy, walling up a little bit late. So maybe I could then get some sneaky damage if I make some scouts hidden. And it worked out perfectly. I killed a couple of ills and just kind of controlled the game from there. Could play Scorpion Knight, Siege Monk, whatever. And he made a small pushback with Angers, but I upgraded Angers as well, and I have extra range on them compared to Chinese. So yeah, in the end, I was able to just get to my unbeatable composition, and I was able to be in a 2-1 lead. Game 4 was Arabia. I had my audience against Tatars. In hindsight, I should have maybe made skirms, because I gave him all NAC control and all initiative, and I was just sitting booming with very little army. So in hindsight, I should have made skirms so I don't have to sit back, because if Tatars have initiative and Leary has initiative, it's very tough. So that was also a very big error for me strategically. Modlings are super good as well to play army, so I think I definitely misplayed that one. So yeah, I'm a bit, what's the word? Yeah, I should have known better, is what I'm trying to say. Game 5, we had Berbers against Burgundians on African reed beds. People probably wonder why I didn't fishboom more. I was going for camel archers, and I felt like I couldn't afford to have town centers, fishboom, and camel archers. But maybe in hindsight, staying 1 TC and doing like 2 castles with a fishboom could have been better, because then I could have taken full map control with camel archers, and he kind of has to make a lot of armor to break out. What ended up happening was I did some kind of hybrid thing. To be fair, I didn't expect him to go like crossbow opening in Castle Age, so that caught me a little bit off guard, which I had to react to. But yeah, in the end, he just got such a good economy, and I dived into his economy with my camel archers at one point. We're hoping I could get to his fishbone, but I was too slow to get there. I killed a lot of wills, but I think he was still massively ahead economically, so I felt like I had to do something, and that was my one go. And then he got a forward castle and just kind of controlled it from there. Then we had the bypass. I had picked Portuguese, he picked Turks. I just played fast castle organ guns, followed by fast Imperial Age, and he tried to react with walls, TCs, and monks, but in the end, Portuguese just kind of take control. And I think I played and executed that one pretty well. And I think his decisions to defend it was probably a bit too greedy and risky, so it worked out pretty well for me. And I was in a little bit of a dilemma where it's like, okay, do I use Portuguese on Bypass or do I use them on Tiergarten, which was game 7? Tiergarten, that would have been an amazing pick because there's a lot of berries and such, and they're just a great civ overall. But I felt like if I did that, my civ on Bypass would have been Teutons, I believe, or Armenians, and I don't think either of them would have had a great chance against Turks. So I felt like, okay, for me to try and make it to game 7, I need to use Portuguese, which means we ended up with Armenians against Byzantines in game 7. And I'm not 100% sure how it was. I killed a few bills from him actually in feudal age, so maybe I had an equal lead. But skirms, cheap camels, cheap skirms, I felt like if I play army, I'm gonna lose. Or like if I try to just like play a macro game. So I felt, okay, I'm just gonna try and take the middle with the castle where all the gold is. But in hindsight, Byzantines don't need gold, so it's not that important in the end. But I wanted to go for a unique unit anyway. But in hindsight, yeah, maybe just unique unit with TCs, so I have a fighting chance as the game goes on, because he did a great job being active and my economy was so exposed everywhere. So in hindsight, just maybe adding 2 TCs in the middle or even on the outside, just getting some economy going instead. I did play like 1 TC kind of fast imp, but yeah, I was too far behind, and the civ matchup there is really tough in Imperial Age. I think the only way to win is maybe if you get like equal lead and have like a maybe play champions because he's out of gold or something. So in hindsight, I think game 1, Pacific Islands, Arabia, and game 7, Tiergarten. Maybe even so all 4 games I lost essentially. I did strategic mistakes. I actually don't think the Berbers one was that bad of a mistake, but yeah, I should have probably played Armenians differently. Malians I should definitely play differently, and Pacific Islands I made it too easy for him, so I'm a little bit disappointed with some of my losses, but overall I still feel like I played a pretty good tournament. And top 4 is not too bad. I mean, group stage as well, 2-3 loss against Lyria, 2-3 loss against Hera, and now 3-4 against Lyria, so all the games went all the way, and like some small tweaks and changes, maybe a little bit better preparation, this and that. We can always speculate, but it shows that there's potential there, and yeah, maybe I'm still on an upwards trajectory, because I felt like at the halfway through this year, I felt like I was playing better and better, and it showed at Red Bull as well. And then the last 2 months, I felt super tired, so I felt like my play took a plummet. But then again, I came here to the LAN, and while I've been here, I've been feeling great, and I think I played pretty solid Age of Empires overall. So I cannot complain, and hopefully we can just keep the positive vibes and positive improvement going, and maybe we can once again get back to winning tournaments again in the future. It's going to be tough. These guys are super good, but that's obviously going to be the goal. But yeah, as always, got to step it up. The final will be tomorrow. I'm not sure how much we're going to shoot from that, but we're going to be at the watch party, so it's going to be a lot of fun there. So there will probably be a video concluding the tournament as well. But for now, thank you so much for watching the recaps, and hope you enjoyed the games. I'm sorry to disappoint that I didn't get to the final, but who knows, maybe it's worth it. So maybe it's better to lose so I get to enjoy the watch party. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching.